sort of kept up all these mini apprenticeships or internships, and then I was off to Tamale, which is in the northern region, and I went to the village chief and said, yeah, I'm a drummer, I'm interested in social sciences, and I've come to learn more about your culture. And so he paired me with a oral historian and master drummer living in a small village of Kumbungu outside of Tamale. And I lived with this guy, and I was one of them. I would, like, if our chiefs met, I would go with them and put on my outfit, and then go meet the chiefs. And if we got paid in kola nut, I also got paid in kola nut. And
for some reason, I think of tamale as that square drum. Am I making that up?
That's also called the tamale.
Okay, but no relation.
No relation.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because the tamale drum that you're talking about, which is a relative of all the square drums, you have kolamashi drums, you have the gome drum, which is the big box drum that you sit on, and tamale drums, which incidentally are played by the Ga drummers in southern Ghana and have nothing to do with tamale. Or hot tamales for that. So
you're with the chief, and
so I lived in Kumbungu with this master drummer for a couple months, and that was very, very humbling because he was also apprenticing his 8-year-old son at the same time. So you had me, I was like at this point 24 years old, and the 8-year-old. And they don't start by playing drums. They have to learn the entire history, almost as if they're like Homer in the Western tradition. And so they have to learn about all the wars and the famines and the chiefs and the different order of chiefs. And so we would sit there, and so I was trying to learn the language, and the son was trying to learn the oral history. And so we'd be like basically singing, and then we didn't even touch a drum for like a month. And when the son would, like, let's say, mix up the order between two chiefs, the dad would stop him and be like, no, that was Sunjata. And then he would start again. And the other thing is, these are the people who play the quote unquote talking drums. So they call them lungas. And so these are drums that basically play linguistic phrases. So now when the 8-year-old son picked up his drum, and let's say he had like a paragraph or 3 paragraphs worth to say on his drum, he could do it because he knew the history. I couldn't even get through 2 sentences, and all the women in the compound thought that was the funniest thing. So it was very humbling because I had looked at drumming through the rhythmic component,
right?
And then here was a different approach through language. And so to be like a grown man who considered himself a drummer, and I can't even play for like a minute without people laughing at me, was humbling indeed.
Yeah. So with the African aspect, do you find that kind of influences your playing today? Does that kind of seep in there?
Absolutely. So it's been fun to first start off as a kit drummer, reading music and then playing with sticks, and then transitioning to African drumming, and then most recently Cuban drumming, where you actually combine hand technique with stick technique. So I would say, my personal style is pretty eclectic. So I've learned the traditional or folkloric traditions from some of these places. After Ghana, I'll sort of fast forward here. Then I spent about 6 weeks in Dakar, Senegal, and then I've been to Conakry, Guinea, to study with the masters there 2 or 3 times. And so when I came back to the States, I started playing with a younger Ghanaian who was a nephew of Obo's, a guy named Chata Addy, and he had a high life, kind of a funky high life reggae band. So high life is the contemporary music coming from Ghana, and so they incorporate drum set and also traditional drums. And so I played with him for a number of years, 4 or 5 years. We cut a CD, we played regionally.
That's a great CD, yeah.
Thanks, man. And so that sort of informed my style. And
a bunch of other cats in town, because everybody was chasing after you that played those gigs.
Oh, thanks.
You kind of set the bar for that style here.
Well, I got it from the source because I had studied the traditional stuff, but then Chata would sing these high life parts to me, boom boom ga, boom gaga, boom boom ga, boom gaga, and then he would sing them to me, and then I would play them, and so I learned firsthand rather than secondhand or third hand. And also, it was really exciting for me because sometimes when you learn something from a DVD or a book, it's a little bit sterile. But like learning using language and having them sing rhythms to me, which is exactly how he learned back in Ghana, was a fun way to approach it.
I want to play, I need to play, I love my drums, it's all I know, hey, let me blow, drum is my thing, God give it to me, you can't take it away from me.